Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I'm shooting this one, the first one I've shot from the little cabin I'm staying in this week, and when I'm at the end of the video I'll do a little walkthrough and show you around a little bit. It's different up here. I'm a little bit higher up than I was in the house. I'm outside more. The door's open all the time. Taking in a lot of fresh air, up here. Hanging out with the dog a lot, rolling around in the grass, just looking out over the valley and enjoying it. I slept real good here the first 2 nights. It's a little chillier here in the cabin. I don't know why. Just I guess the way it's located, the way it's situated, the way the wind blows, whatever. But it's a little bit more rustic up here. But so far I'm enjoying it. It'll be nice, when I get back to the big kitchen and whatever. But like I say, this little kitchen I've got, and you'll see, is actually still better than the one I had at my house back in Haco. Just wanted to do this one this morning as a little bit more of one of your raw vegan, is one of the more motivational ones, more so than application or specific tips on the raw vegan lifestyle. I looked up the definition just because, I know the word, I know how to use the word, but I just wanted to see the exact definition. I wanted to use the exact definition. Raw vegan change takes resolve. Plain and simple. That's going to be the number one thing that it's going to be all about. Until you have resolved to make changes in your life, all the basically what everybody's looking for. Everybody's looking for that magical tip, trick, recipe, program, challenge, whatever. That's gonna be that thing that gets them there after they haven't, after they've maybe not been successful with it in the past. But nothing, none of the education, nothing, no recipes, nothing you learn about this, nothing you do is going to work until you resolve to make a change in your life. And the dictionary definition of resolve, I'll read down here, is resolved: to decide firmly on a course of action. To decide firmly on a course of action. You can even take it one step further, instead of just deciding firmly on a course of action, deciding firmly that there is no other outcome but the course of action that you're going to take. You leave yourself no options. Like most things in life, I think even your motivational speakers, anybody that's successful in any avenue of life, whether it's personal, financial, career, fitness, weight loss, whatever, any endeavor, is that you are not going to be successful until you set it up here. That most things, success is 99% up here. It's what you set in your mind. You see people all the time in unbelievable circumstances that do unbelievable things, and that's because they just have that mindset. They do things. They don't think like, okay, well, I'm going to try to do this, or maybe I can do this. They just laser in and they're like, I don't try, I do. I know I can do this. Now, not everything you're going, even with that attitude, you're probably not going to succeed at every single thing you try in life. But that belief, that resolve, is so important that if you don't have it, you're not going to succeed. I don't believe, anyway. I guess there's people out there in certain endeavors with just such natural talent that they can pretty much succeed just by falling off a log, but not for the average person. So stop looking for the voodoo, the magic, the tricks, everything, these little things that are just basically distractions, and in my mind, waste of time. I see so many people out there, they're scurrying around every day in their groups, in their forums, pumping videos at Instagram. I see question after question. I see what people are doing, what they're going through, and I just see a lot of people out there that are just like kind of running in circles on this thing. They're constantly trying to better a little bit. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, because even the people that are kind of, just dabbling at it, trying, whatever, not necessarily understanding, or not necessarily they have made that resolve, they're still getting benefits out of this. That's the beauty of it. Like, and once again, I mean, I don't ever want when I say something about success or changes or that like that, that's just to kind of give people little tips to get where they want to go. You know, everybody has to judge what they consider to be successful on a lifestyle, or to be successful at anything in life. What I might define as successful, you might not define as successful. So these are all, you know, I'm speaking in generalities for what you consider success. But even the byproduct of it is, even the people that are just, you know, that don't necessarily get to where they want to go, they've made changes in their life, so they are getting some positive benefit out of this. So there's no reason to really beat yourself up, but just know that anything in life, it all begins up here. It all begins up here. And that is the least talked about part of this lifestyle. That's the least talked about part of other things, because it's not the sexy, it's not the exciting part. It's not, you can't grasp hold of it like you can. Like if I come up with some sort of, you know, like the Jenny Craig's, but if I did it in the raw vegan world, like if I come up with some sort of a detailed plan, like with on Monday you're going to do this, Tuesday you're going to do that. People like to latch on to things like that. They look, you know, I don't know, and I used to do it too. I mean, God, I read, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, I probably read a ton of diet books. I dabbled with all that stuff too, and I wanted somebody to lay it out for me. But the thing I was missing all those other times that I was trying to get healthy, or actually I wasn't striving for pure health. I was usually striving to get in better shape, get more for the aesthetic, to look better or whatever. But no, I was always fairly health conscious, but I had never resolved it. I had never resolved it up here. I had never really understood it. Maybe even before, I would say before resolve, before you're able to set that resolve, you have to really identify and know why. And not why for me, and not why other people are doing it. You got to look in the mirror, you got to reflect in yourself and ask yourself, why do you want to make these changes? How important is it to you to make changes in your life? Because, you know, sometimes you see people, they're over and over and over and over, and they're, oh, and I wasn't able to do this, and I failed, and I fell off, and whatever. Well, how bad do you really want it? How bad do you really want it? So anyhow, the journey begins up here. The journey doesn't begin on the plate. It doesn't begin in the kitchen. It doesn't begin listening to some guru. It doesn't begin even with the education, which is very important. Before the education, I think probably what comes first, there's always going to be some spark that gets you interested, that lets you even know about this lifestyle. We'll talk about this lifestyle in particular. And then before anything else can happen, once you've become aware of this lifestyle, once you have a slightest interest and think you want to do it, before you can learn anything about it and be successful or do anything else, you have to set that resolve up here in this 6 inches of space above your eyes. So anyhow, hope that helps a little bit. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you are having an awesome week. Love you guys. Peace. All right, and as promised, I'm going to take you on a little tour in the cabin I'm staying in this weekend. Actually, this is a few hours later. I spaced on that one when I finished with the video, so something triggered it and I decided to come back in. All right, just for lighting purposes, the door is over to my left of the screen, but I'm going to walk in. I got a nice little, this kitchen, like I say, is actually better than the one I had down at the beach. Got a couple of little chairs there. Got plenty of counter space. Plenty of counter space. Now it looks messier than it is. I keep things pretty straight, but I got a lot of stuff for a small area. I mean, as you'll see, this is just kind of a salad bowl, an extra salad bowl that I keep my stuff in after I wash it. Got my filtered water over there, my Brit Filter. So as you can see, it's not really, there's a reason to the mess. Got my cutting board. Best I can do for right now. I could use my Dr. Bronner's, but this is Greenworks. It's pretty good stuff. And all my various stuff on the counter. Got the Ninja, got my NutriBullet set up there, got some vinegar for washing veggies. Even have my food processor and my juicer up there. Just a little one-eye thing, but all I need is some boil some water in the morning. And still, some of those mangoes haven't ripened. You know, you get what you get when you order ahead of time. And also the area I was ordering from, they're not in perfect season. So they're still ripening up though. Ate some yesterday. They're not bad at all. Got a little mini fridge. Banana stash is starting to go down a little bit. It is going to be time to go before too long, and there's a few fruit flies buzzing around. Actually, some of those have to go in the freezer today. Some will be eaten today. It's my little kind of workspace for the morning. Got a nice little couch here. Walk in. Everything's in fairly decent order. Little nightstand by my bed. Just a simple little bed. As always, the machete. Machete goes everywhere with me. I don't need no stinking gun. And just a little simple setup for my clothes. Bathroom's really basic. Not even sure you'll be able to see that. Just a very basic bathroom. Little sink, toilet, shower. But I love it here. And as you can see, I walk out to this view, out over the valley, and the dog. She's taken over one of my yoga mats, but we're buds now. She hardly leaves my side. Say hi, Tonya. All right, see you guys.